Hello everyone, welcome back to Chinmoy's Biology channel with yet another new episode, new topic, and it is a very interesting topic today. So who decides the baby gender, father or mother? So nowadays everywhere we are listening to a discussion that why a baby boy is born to her or why a baby girl is born to her. So many times we are making the mother responsible for that. So is it the mother or the father who is responsible for the gender of the baby? We should know that, and it is an actual science which is depending on the genetics as well as on the chromosomes of our body. So let us see what it is having, the hidden facts behind that, who decides the gender of the baby. So don't skip in between because the full episode is going to be quite interesting with so many important facts and knowledge which you should know regarding this basic question of the gender of the baby. So let's get started. So before getting into the topic, we should actually know that what are sex chromosomes. So what are sex chromosomes? Now sex chromosomes are the chromosomes that are or the packages, the DNA that are found inside the nucleus of your cells. Okay, they are two different kinds, that is X and Y. Okay, so sex chromosomes are generally having two different kinds, X and Y, so which determines whether you are a biologically male who is having X and Y chromosome, and if you are female you are having XX chromosome, right? So chromosomes themselves are made up of proteins and DNA that carry the genetic information. So if you want to know in details about the DNA, you need to know about the DNA genetic makeup and all. That is in future I'll be discussing with that, but not in today's episode. So proteins and DNA, they are making the chromosomes and they are carrying your genetic information from cell to cell. Okay, so this is XX chromosome and this is XY chromosome. This is present in the female and this is present in the male. So this is XY and this is XX. So these are the sex chromosomes. These are sex chromosomes. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Now, when an egg is fertilized, the egg itself always contributes an X chromosome because the female is only having X and X. So it is contributing X chromosome during fertilization. And while the sperm can contribute either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. So the sex chromosomes are genetic elements that define a person's biological sex. So you can say that it is coming, either X chromosome will come from father during fertilization or Y chromosome. But there are other genes and things in the environment that may play a role as to whether a person identifies as a male or female or even neither. So even neither means a person may be transgender as well. So female, male and neither. So this is how these sex chromosomes are determining whether you are a male or a female or you are a transgender or any other identification you are having as a person. So this is what in details we are going to learn today. So the next question which comes to our mind is how many chromosomes humans have. So humans are having 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of which all these 23 pairs are there. 22 pairs are autosomes and one pair is the sex chromosome. Okay, 22 pairs are numbered chromosomes. You can see from 1 to 22 they are numbered chromosomes known as autosomes, and 23rd pair is the sex chromosome. So XX in a female and XY in a male. So this is how we are determining how many chromosomes we are having, and either we are male or a female is determined by the sex chromosome which is present in our body. Now next is, do we get your chromosomes or do you get your chromosomes from your parents? So let us see that. Now you get half of your chromosomes from each parent. So each pair of is numbered chromosomes contain one from your mother and one from your father. Is it clear? Now it helps you to explain when you get or inherit some of your physical and personality traits from your mom and some from dad, because you are getting half, that is 50% chromosomes you are getting from your mother and 50% you are getting from your father. So this inheritance pattern differs when it comes to the mitochondria, which are the structure inside your cell and which are providing the energy. You know that mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. We all know it, that it is the powerhouse of the cell. So when a person is conceived, only egg cells and not the sperm sperm cells give the mitochondria. So as the sperm cells are very small during fertilization, the mitochondrial part of the sperm cells, they get destroyed. So the nuclear DNA part only is present in the sperm cells, whereas in egg cells the mitochondrial DNA part is also present. So this from this the mitochondrial DNA part is only inherited from your mom. So certain mitochondrial conditions are there which cause symptoms like hearing loss, diabetes, which is passed on down from a mother to a child, and in this way. Now it is very rare that this is passed on from a mother to a son or to a daughter. If the son is having also this mitochondrial DNA problem or disorder, it will not be carried on to his daughters or sons, because it is not passed on from the male side, it is only passed on from the mother's side. Because whenever a boy is again passing on his sperm to the next generation, the sperm while fertilization only will lose the mitochondrial DNA. Okay, but in rare cases, there are certain experiments which have been done, and it has been seen that 17% of such cases are there where the father is passing on these diseases to the son, daughter, and all, which should be carried only by the mother, and it is present only in the mitochondrial RNA. Okay, so sorry, mitochondrial DNA. So it is empty DNA. It is called mitochondrial DNA. So it is passed on by the mother only, but in 17% of the cases, it is also seen that it is passed on from the father as well. So these are the main two diseases like diabetes and hearing loss. So now let us move on to a detailed description of a few things. Now, we have already told that in humans, the sex of a child is determined by the sex chromosomes contributed by the parents. So, females have only two X chromosomes, XX, while the males have only one X and one Y. During reproduction, the mother always contributes to the X chromosome, while the father can contribute to either X or Y chromosome. So, if the child inherits X chromosome from the father, and child will be female, so XX. And if the child is inheriting Y chromosome from the father, the child will be male, XY. So this is the basis of the main secret, that who decides the baby's gender. So that is, we are getting it slowly and clearly that father is deciding the baby's gender. So now, contribution of mother, till now we have spoken many times that mother is contributing only the X chromosome side. So this is the X cell that is having X chromosome. The sperm with X chromosome is coming and fertilizing this ovum. So then a girl child is born. Now this is girl, right? Now the sperm carrying Y chromosome is coming and fertilizing the X cell which is already having the X chromosome. Then a boy child will be formed. So this is what is happening, and this is constantly, we can say that this constant factor is the sex determination process. So again we will see this in the next slide. Contribution of father. So father is having one X and one Y. He can contribute either of the chromosomes to the child. The sex chromosome, that is the father is contributing, determines the sex of the child. So this is only the secret which we were trying to unveil today. So only the father is the contributor of the sex chromosome which determines the sex of the child. Mother is always having the egg cell, is always having the X chromosome. The sperm, if it is carrying X, it will become a female, the baby, and if it is carrying Y, the baby will become a male. So in our society, we keep on telling that the mother is responsible, that 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 girl child is born. So it's not her fault, it's neither of the parents fault, it's actually the genetic composition or the chromosome is the factor which is determining the sex of the baby. That baby will either be male or be female. So this, we should be aware of the fact that the sex of the child is determined by the father, and we should make the other people aware of this fact as well. So this is not the mother's fault or the mother's problem. It is a genetic process, and you should treat it with scientific logics and reasons. It is not a problem or any society trauma or any problem. So it's not like that. So let us end with the conclusion. So the genetic mechanism is that at conception, while the sperm carrying either X or Y fertilizes the egg carrying X chromosome, and the combination of these chromosomes determines the sex of the embryo. So ultimately there is a chance, 50% probability of each sex. So either it can be a male baby or it can be a female baby. So it is a 50% chance of either being male or female, and which is determined by the father's chromosomes only. Okay, so father's sex chromosomes only will determine the sex of the baby. Okay, now the determination of sex, in conclusion, we are telling that the sex of a child in humans is determining the specific combination of sex chromosomes inherited from both the parents. Okay, mother's contribution is always an X chromosome, while father's contribution is either X or Y chromosome, in what ultimately decides whether the child will be male or female. So please make it very clear. It is a very clear concept, though it was having so much secret inside it, that whether who determines the child sex. So the genetic mechanism is the fundamental aspect of human reproduction and development. So this is today's interesting episode. If you are liking my channel, so please do subscribe to my channel for more such interesting episodes and more such interesting topics. And please don't skip my lessons in between. Stay tuned, stay updated with all the episodes and all the lessons I am posting. Thanks a lot for watching, and hope to meet you very soon with an interesting and next video, which will be having a very important and interesting topic. Thanks a lot. Thank you.